Welcome to another edition of Music Mondays. This is the second one. I'm Alan Farner, and I go by Jager Alan, which means I am Alan in Norwegian. However, I totally killed it. It's not that way, and I can't remember it, so listen at the end of this video and you'll hear it in Norwegian correctly. So this is going to be a shorter episode. The first episode was a bit long. It was rambling. It had to do with the top 10 albums that I wouldn't want to live without. And let's see, is it going to be, yeah, I think I'll put the link up there. This one's just, let's call this like, it is Music Mondays, but we'll also talk about it being music memories. And one of the things about music, that I think is kind of cool is how a song or an album can elicit such strong memories. And I wanted to bring one up. Now, I'm going to show you some 8-track tapes. This is one of Kansas. Can you see that? One of the things I got to work with this setup is the focus in and out. It seems to focus in and out on me a lot. This one is Double Vision by, can you get that? Will it come in? Come on in. Come on. There we go, Foreigner, Double Vision. And it's not too happy. Oh, well. Good enough. I actually have Styx Paradise Theater here, too. But I had a friend, and Back in Black reminds me of this friend because in his blue VW Bug, he had an 8-track tape player. And we would listen to Back in Black. And if you've never done 8 tracks, I'm not going to try to explain this one. I said I'd keep it short. But it brings up a lot of memories with me. I'm going to look at my notes here to make sure I don't miss any. But first of all, the VW Bug itself is just neat. And I'd love to own an older VW Bug. I'd like to own a newer one. We actually looked at possibly buying a used one a week or so ago. And with interest rates on used cars, it did not make sense. But I'd love to have a VW Bug or bus. But that was a beautiful one. And I remember things like sitting in the back seat because my two best friends were him and his girlfriend. And for some reason, he wanted her to sit up in the front seat. So here I am, 6'4", a bit thinner than I am now. So that going for me, always sitting in the back seat, but I was fine. And it was great being with them. I remember one time fixing the VW with a toothbrush. What had happened was there was this little thing that kept the pedal from going forward. It was like a little metal thing like this. And the floor underneath had rotted and it went down. So he discovered his pedal just falling forward. Well, it's pretty hard to, use the gas and stuff. I think it was the gas. I don't think it was a brake. I'm not sure. But pretty hard to use it when it's falling forward. And what we did is we took a toothbrush and we jammed the toothbrush between the broken part that had fallen down to hold it up so that it would hold his pedal up. Another time I remember, I think it was Papa Gino's in West Lebanon, New Hampshire, where we were in the VW Bug. He was driving. I think his girlfriend worked there. She was sitting up front. My other best friend, she was sitting up front. And I and another girl who worked at Papa Gino's, I did not work there, neither did my friend. We're sitting in the back, and it's one of those things where it was so cold that if you breathed out, it was like blowing fog. And he's trying to clean off the window, and we realized what it was doing to him. So there we go. We're like, but in the back seat, just filling the car with cold air. I also remember, and I don't recommend this, but this is what I mean about memories. I remember the ride back from Middlebury, Vermont to where I lived in Canaan, New Hampshire, sitting in the back after I got drunk the first time at 17. This is why you shouldn't be doing it. Shouldn't get drunk anyway. But, surviving and then getting home and trying to make sure I didn't act or say anything that, I wasn't drunk at that point, but act or say anything that made it clear what I'd been doing the night before. At that party, I remember them putting the speakers on either side. That was something we did growing up. You take loud stereo speakers and you put them on the floor either side of your head and just lay there listening to songs. And I was doing that while I was getting inebriated. So, just neat memories. How about you? Is there a song that, in that case, sometimes songs are very direct and, remember your first kiss or, that kind of stuff. Sometimes songs are very direct. In that case, it brings me to his VW Bug, which I then had, some tremendous experience with. He was a very good friend to me, and I do have regrets too. I think that I was not necessarily at all times very good friends to either of them. I'm not saying that I was some horrible, evil person, but I have regrets. I think there were times in my life where I was more selfish than I should have been. But any memories that come back to you? What song? Please put it in the comments. Please like and subscribe to this video if you don't mind. It will help make it so more people hear. But I appreciate you for listening and coming this long. Tell me in the comments what songs bring back memories for you and what kind of memories. We'll see you again next Monday.
Jeg er Alan.